female leaves at about 12 to 14 days. The pups are on the ice by themselves, and they stay on the ice for another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at times. And all they're using for food is just the energy they've stored as fat. So they're becoming skinny at this time. And by the time they get to be about 21, 28, maybe 30 days, that's when they start to go into the water and they start to look for food themselves. But the first year for a seal is quite difficult because they don't know how to catch fish. So they have to learn that, and they have to learn it quite quickly. Otherwise, they'll starve to death.
短短12天的母子缘分，海豹妈妈唯一能做的就是为小白仔找到安全的生长地。这也是他们千里迢迢来此生育的原因。
They start to have their pups too far north, they'll start running into a lot of polar bears. So I think it's probably a lot of predation pressure keeps them from having their pups too far north, and yet they have to come far enough south so they can find good ice. Because they need the good ice to have their pups, they need the food to build up the energy reserves, and they want to do it where it's in a safe place.
太阳收起光芒，暴风再起。领航员催促着我们尽快离开，因为一场更大的极地风雪将要来临。探访之旅被迫画下句点，我们不得不跟小白仔说再见。螺旋桨的声音响起，但落单的他还没找到妈妈。直升机越飞越高，我的心却越沉越低。原是满心欢喜的探访新生命，为何现在却感伤了起来？我们人类要10几岁才算长大独立，但这些刚出生的小白仔，听觉、视觉都还不发达，眼神无助而迷惘。几天之后，他们却要独自面对陌生的世界。在懵懂中褪去白色毛衣，换上银灰新装，在摸索跌跌撞撞下，学会在极寒之地生存的所有技能。如果幸运存活的话，2个星期后，他们将组成一支新的群体，朝着故乡酷寒的北冰洋出发。与小白仔的短暂相遇，或许是为了多年后的久别重逢。当这群小海豹长大成熟，5年后会像他们的父母一样，重新聚集在这个海湾，繁衍属于他们的下一代。而新一代小白仔的呼唤，也将在遥远、永存我记忆当中的浮冰世界再度回荡。欢迎回到拯救北极小白仔，聚焦北冰洋。竖琴海豹每年从北极迁徙到圣劳伦斯湾生育小海豹，原本是为了要躲避北极熊的猎食，却没想到竟然为他们自己带来更大的危机。因为临着海湾的岛屿居民50年来在政府的许可之下，大规模猎杀海豹，而且一年猎杀的配额高达40万头。在我们这次探访之下，更发现被猎杀的几乎都是出生不到1个月的小海豹。保育人士就痛斥，这是全世界最大规模的血腥屠杀。3月初，圣劳伦斯湾的浮冰上满布着新生的小白仔。刚刚降临到这个世界，面对我们这些途来的陌生访客，个个睁着眼睛，充满好奇，毫无防备。 他们并不知道，一场躲不过的血腥杀戮正在慢慢接近。
成年的树形海豹是游泳高手，一次可以深潜300公尺，长达15分钟。但是刚出生的小 baby， 他不会游泳，也不会觅食，必须待在这样的浮冰上长达4个星期，而这也是他生命当中最危险的时刻。
马德林群岛位在加拿大的圣劳伦斯海湾，由6个小岛连接而成。18世纪才有人居住，几百年下来，居民也只有12000人。初春，整个群岛依旧被暴雪冰封。数十艘停泊在港口的破冰渔船，说明了群岛居民靠海为生。这也包括猎捕海豹。
I'm a hunter since about 10 years ago. This tool called the agapic, that's what we use to kill the seal. And we use the hammer part to crush both hemispheres of the skull. We got to feel the skull to make sure that it's crushed. And if it's not, we hit it again. And when we feel the seal, the head of the seal is crushed, we turn him over and do just the bleeding. We cut down the throat and cut both arteries on the armpit, both sides. And after 30 seconds, all the blood is out, but we have to wait 1 minute before after the bleeding to start to remove the pelt.
Gia Band 是岛上居民，他的父亲也是海豹猎人。这个一边像锤子，一边有尖钩的 Hagapik 刺棒，就是每年冬天他们维持温饱的工具。
One crush, it's faster than a bullet. You're sure that you hit it. With a bullet, you can miss it.
Ioannis 在巴黎当摄影师，但每年这个季节，他就会回到故乡，拿起刺棒，加入猎人行列。
This tool looks really barbarian, but it's probably the best tool to kill fast the animal and without suffer.
他们都是加拿大合法的海豹猎人，此刻聚集在海湾，等待着即将到来的狩猎日。在这极寒之地，海豹浑身是宝，猎海豹是当地居民的生活传统。因努特人更认为，杀死成年海豹是一项英勇的举动。岛上的海豹博物馆就展列着早期渔民猎捕海豹的各式工具，还有海豹毛皮。
This is a real fur.
Yes, it's a real fur. Here, I would say probably about 2 to 4 days.
小白仔用来保持体温的毛皮，受到欧美和俄罗斯人士喜爱。而加拿大圣劳伦斯湾和俄罗斯的白海浮冰上，正是海豹妈妈选择生育下一代的地方。于是，原本维持温饱的打猎，18世纪开始就成了大规模的商业狩猎。 数以万计的小白仔遭到俄罗斯猎人猎捕，毛皮被出售。1950年代，每年更有几十万只出生几天的小白仔，在加拿大海湾被打死、剥皮。贪图美丽的皮草，人类对着毫无反抗能力的小白仔残忍猎杀。1972年，美国率先禁止所有海豹产品，欧盟也接着对小白仔毛皮说不。强大压力逼得加拿大政府禁止猎捕出生不到12天的小白仔，但猎海豹在当地依旧合法。
This is the skin of a beater, so about I would say 3 weeks old animal, because the hair is quite short still.
这里是加拿大海豹猎人协会，他们正在紧锣密鼓研拟今年猎捕海豹的计划。
Most likely this year they're not going to stick around very long, and we're sort of afraid they're going to go back too soon.
尽管国际反对声浪不断，但加拿大每年还是定下猎杀日，也定下可猎杀的配额，近10年的数量比起90年代还要高出1倍。
The season starts around late March when the seals are at a good, the fur is at the best level for hunting. In the last 10 years, the quotas probably varied between 325,000 to 400,000. The quota is set on biological advice to ensure that it's at a sustainable level, because we've rebuilt the seal population over the years to low numbers of over 7 million now.
官方坚称，猎人打死海豹的方式是最人道的猎捕，不但让海豹猎人狩猎，更开放外人观看拍摄。
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Hi, thank you. 在这里，每个人都可以来做一个申请，就是申请来看猎杀海豹的行动。
3月中下旬，当海豹妈妈哺乳结束，世界上最大规模的海豹狩猎也就开始了。为了穿漂亮的皮草，为了吃海豹油补身，为了品尝海豹肉的滋味，出生不到1个月的小海豹，就在诞生的浮冰上，一只一只被活活打死。我们人类的需求，似乎成了残酷猎杀最有力的理由。几天之内，数十万只小海豹的鲜血就这样染红了圣劳伦斯湾。 竖琴海豹寿命长达30年。海豹妈妈为了躲避北极熊，才来到这片冰冻海域繁衍后代，以为宝宝从此安全，却没想到最大的天敌竟然是人类。